Thank you, Steve. So yes, hi everybody. I'm Tonya Didcott, Imaging Operations Manager for Bristol. I started with Biobank in 2019 and was taken on to help set up the Bristol site from scratch. I'm here just to give you a brief insight into what the imaging visit would involve, and we're hoping that some of you will consider joining us in the near future. So what we are very aware of is that the challenge is finding the site. So we are in Patchway, which is north of Bristol, quite close to Cribbs Causeway and not far from the Almondsbury interchange. So as Steve said earlier, we're quite well served by the local motorways. We are located within the Horizon 38 Business Park in Patchway, so just off the A38. So the A38 North, or Gloucester Road North, runs up, that's the sort of pink road running straight upwards on the map ahead of you. We recommend using Google Maps or even What 3 Words to find us. People's sat-navs generally take you either to the back of the building or generically to our business park, because it is a very new business park and a lot of sat-navs actually don't specify where we actually fall on the estate. So within our estate, we're accessed by the B4057 Gypsy Patch Lane, which is, if you're coming off the A38, it's the road signpost T8. And then if you take either of the first two turnings on the right hand side, it will bring you into our business park. And the two sort of roads, both Taurus Road and Titan Road, actually lead into Bolingbroke Way, which you need to get into to access the site. And as Sean said, if people get to this area, then we're quite happy to talk people in if they do get stuck. But the business park is actually two of the big buildings on the business park is the Village Hotel, which is a really good landmark for us, and also Car Shop. So if you can find either the Village Hotel or Car Shop, you know you're actually basically right on the edge of our business park, and so not very far away at all. And this actually, once you get into Bolingbroke Way, this is the site you will get that leads into our estate. So as I say, it is a business park. Lots of people get put off thinking, oh, this is an industrial estate, we can't be in the right place. But actually, if you drive into here, there's a yellow lorry right across on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, the yellow lorry won't be there when you attend, I'm sure. But we're actually situated right past there on the right-hand side in the corner here. As you enter this little business park area, there are now two nice blue Biobank signs on each corner with an arrow pointing you in. And you will see Q Electrical on the right-hand side and Williams, which is a great big W sign, on the left, so indicates you're in the right place. But as I say, if you get lost at all, we're quite happy to talk you in. And once you get past all the stress of coming in, you'll be welcomed by one of our health research assistants, and this is Georgina sitting at the desk there. What they'll do is welcome you, talk through just to make sure we've got your up-to-date information on the computer in front of you, and they will tell you what your visit involves and the fact of your visit does take about 4 to 5 hours on site that day. You'll then be asked to complete a consent form, which is done on the touchscreen questionnaire, which you'll see just in the picture there. Quite a bit of work is on the touchscreen questionnaire, so if you have got reading glasses, ideally it helps if you can bring them, please. Once you've completed your consent form, it's likely we will start the visit with the imaging part of the journey through the site. And so you will be taken away into a little room by one of our either superintendents or senior radiographers to privately go through your medical health again, just to make sure that nothing has been missed or has changed since your phone conversation with one of Sean's team. So we just always double check just to make sure everything's completely safe. We'll then provide you with some scrubs, so glorified pyjamas to put on just for your imaging visit or imaging part of the visit. During the visit, we carry out 2 MRI scans, one of the brain and one of the heart and abdomen. So our scanners are the same as those used in a clinical setting, so both of them look very much the same as that. We've actually got wide bore scanners within Biobank. So the gap in the middle is a 70 centimetre opening, which is actually designed to make you feel much more comfortable and less claustrophobic than some of the NHS scanners. The radiographer that settles you into the scanner will actually provide you with a handheld buzzer. So if you want to speak to them, if you feel uncomfortable or you want to stop the scan at any time, you can alert us. But they will also be watching you through a glass window, so they'll know exactly what's going on and be able to watch you at all times. The brain scan takes about 30 minutes to do. And during the brain scan, we collect a mixture of images that allow the researchers to review both the brain anatomy and how it functions. The images you see here are the results from a functional test that some people perform. It shows the areas of the brain that are activated when you carry out a particular task. So you can see that in red on here. We then also carry out a heart MRI scan, which is on a different scanner, but it does look very much the same. Our heart scan takes between 20 and 25 minutes. And in preparation for the scan, we hook you up to an ECG machine so that we can monitor your heart throughout the scan. We also put some pads and coils around your chest, A, to keep you comfortable, but to enable us to take the images. And we run through some simple breathing instructions so that we can get the best images of your heart during the scan. We capture a mixture of both still and moving images, and obviously you can see from that picture that it is a moving image there. And this helps the researchers to assess the size and the shape of your heart, as well as how well the heart is functioning, and because it's a moving muscle. We then carry out an abdominal scan on the same scanner. The radiographer will make slight adjustments to the scanner and then carry on with that straight away afterwards. And that takes about 10 minutes to carry out. The images of this type actually allow the researchers valuable data on things such as organ size, muscle mass, and the distribution of body fat. So really, really interesting to us. Just in case you're not aware, MRI scanners are very, very noisy. And they make different noises depending on the type and the sequence of the scan that we're carrying out at the time. So I'm going to give you an example of the sounds. So bear with me. This is the sound of an MRI scanner. I hope. So we will actually provide you with earplugs. I don't think it played the whole thing there, but we will provide you with earplugs. So if you find it noisy, it certainly will protect your hearing. During your visit, we'll also carry out a DEXA scan. So the DEXA scan takes about 20 minutes to do. It consists of lots of small images on different parts of your body. And you do need to lie very flat and quite still for these. The staff will tell you exactly the position you need to get in so that we can get the best images. The DEXA provides us with really valuable images or information on your bone density, something that the researchers are using to look for signs of osteoporosis in the aim to reducing fractures for people. We also carry out an ultrasound scan. See if the image comes up. Yeah. This takes about 5 minutes to perform, and it's of your carotid arteries in the side of your neck. And the carotid arteries provide a blood supply to the brain. For this scan, it's very, very straightforward procedure. We use a probe and some ultrasound jelly to scan the side of your neck. And it's a very sort of non-invasive, easy procedure to carry out, but it gives us a good view of the thickness of the artery wall. And you can just about see that where the green area is on the scan. We'll also carry out an ECG at that time as well. Once we've completed that, we go back to repeat the baseline measurements that you will have had done right at the very beginning between 2006 and 2010. So we repeat your weight, height, body mass, blood pressure, pulse trace, and grip strength. We also approach participants who are over the age of 65 to see if they're happy to wear a cardiac monitor as well, which they would wear for 2 weeks and they take home with them and send it back in. We request repeats of blood and urine tests. We also do another verbal interview, again, like you had done right at the beginning, to list your medical history and any medications that you're taking. We then carry out a touchscreen questionnaire, which takes about 40 to 45 minutes to do and asks you questions generally about your way of life, diet, activity, etc. And the final part of the visit is a touchscreen cognition test, which is a few games that snap, pairing of cards and things, which we will ask you to do at the end. Very, very quickly, if I can get this to go on. So the visit involves the welcome and screening, brain MRI, heart and abdominal MRI, DEXA and carotid ultrasound scan, sample collection, repeat a baseline, and then a conclude at the very end. The whole visit does take between 4.5 to 5 hours. And because it needs to be really, really slick to enable us to get everything done and as much data from 18 participants a day, we tend not to give you a break until towards the end of the study. But if people want a break or if they want to miss anything, doing anything, there's no obligation to take part in any part of the study, and you just have to let staff know. We're really grateful for everything that you do. We're really grateful even for your time today. But we hope that some of you will come and join us in the near future. Thank you.